So we talked about everything that's wrong about Halo Infinite multiplayer, and if you missed that video, link it down in the description below. But in this one, I want to counteract that by talking about everything that's right about Halo Infinite multiplayer. I thought it was kind of obvious when I made the, everything that's wrong video, basically what was good about the game, because we talked about that during the technical preview. But you know what? We do have a lot more at our disposal that we didn't have in the technical preview, so I wanted to make this video talking about everything that is right. You can let me know in the comments below, what you guys like about the game. If you want to talk about everything that's wrong, you can head over to the everything that's wrong about Halo Infinite multiplayer video and talk about that side of it there. But this video, let's try to focus on the positive. And if you do enjoy this video, definitely drop likes so more people can see it. When more people kind of drop a like and interact and all that, YouTube pushes it out to more people so they can kind of get in on the conversation with us, and the more the merrier, as they say. If you don't like it though, that's fine, dislike it as well. So one of the things I want to talk about right off the top is the aesthetics and the customization. We're gonna go ahead right here. Now, I did a whole kind of full walkthrough about all the customization. This is not what this video is, but just to give you guys a little bit of an idea, there's a lot of things that we can customize that we couldn't really do a whole lot in past Halos. I mean, there was some more and more customization as Halos kind of went on, right? Halo 5 had probably the most, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a minute, but we got a lot of stuff. You got a few voice lines. Maybe they'll add more down the line. I don't know. Have no idea. You got your nameplate and whatever is like a calling card. And then, of course, your emblems and your backdrops and your stance, which is pretty cool. But then you got your body and AI, which you can go ahead and, kind of adjust all of that. And, that's pretty cool. And one of the things I like about this is there's actually AI models, which I feel like, kind of adds a little bit of a kind of personality and a kind of nice dynamic layer to the gameplay that, when you're playing the game, there's that dialogue that has some kind of funny and quirky lines. And the one I have is Fret. I really like that one. And then, of course, you could actually change your AI color as well. So there's a lot of customization. Besides that, there's the armor hall, right? We have all these different armor suits that are going to be available. Right now, there's only 3 that we can see right now. But if you actually click on it, you can go ahead and you can customize, obviously, the colors and every piece of armor and all that good stuff as well. There's a lot to this game. Then your weapons bench and vehicles bay, where you can customize, the look of your weapons individually, every single weapon, right? You can put like charms on it. You can change the color scheme. You can put emblems on it. It's really, really cool. And you can do that again with vehicles as well. Then of course you have the whole entire shop. If you want to buy stuff, they're gonna have certain customization and aesthetic options in the shop for purchase. And now I did mention in everything that's wrong about Halo Infinite that I feel it's a little bit kind of pricey, but you know what, it's nothing different than other games. I just feel like other games are pricey as well, but we're here to focus on the positive. So let's go to the battle pass. Now, we talked about the bad side of the battle pass. So again, we're focusing on the good stuff. So the good stuff is that if you do purchase the battle pass, number one is that it doesn't reset next season. So if you buy season 1, the season 1 battle pass, and you didn't quite get to the tier 100, let's say, other games that battle pass is gone. But in Halo Infinite, that's not how it works. You actually still have access to it, and you'll still be working towards unlocking all of these items. So once you purchase this battle pass, it's there for you to unlock at any point. That's really, really cool that they're not going to be taking it away like pretty much every other game does. I really, really love that. And there's some really cool aesthetics to unlock in the battle pass. Of course, season 1 is themed around Halo Reach. Don't know what the future themes are going to be. But beyond that, even with events they're going to be bringing, right? We're going to have certain events that we can unlock, all kinds of different kind of gear and stuff. There's going to be some free stuff, and they're going to add stuff to the shop as well, which we talked about in a different video. So, I mean, the whole event thing we haven't really got to kind of dive into just yet. The first one at the time of recording this is going to be in the next week, but just the fact that we're going to have all of these different options really makes it cool. And like I said, the events adding so much more, options to unlock these different kinds of customization options. It's pretty substantial. So we've already taken a big chunk of this video, so I'm going to move on from the aesthetics and customization, but you can see that there is a lot to it. The next thing I want to talk about are the maps. I really do enjoy the maps that are in the game. They're really good. They're aesthetically pleasing, unique and kind of nice environments, if you will, right? I like the kind of vibes that the environments have. The map structures are built really well, in my opinion. They flow really nicely. So in my opinion, they did a really good job with the maps, and I really like the maps that we have in the game, and I can't wait to see what other maps they add kind of post-launch. Right now, at the time of recording, I would say probably my favorite map would probably be Streets. You guys can let me know what your favorite map is in the comment section below, but like I said, maps are a pretty good thing. Now, modes. Yes, we talked about everything that's wrong about Halo Infinite multiplayer, about the lack of certain modes in the game, but the modes that are in the game are really good modes. You know, we have obviously some classics, right? We have Slayer, we have Oddball, we have Capture the Flag, you know, some things that you would expect, right? And then we have some kind of newer stuff. We have Stronghold, which is a really fun game mode, and a few different ones. So again, the modes that are in the game right now at launch, even if they are few, they are enjoyable modes, and I have a blast playing with them. Next up, we're going to talk about ranked play itself, because here's the thing I mentioned in another video, is that ranked play is something I don't usually jump into too much in other games, just because I get very intense and very competitive personally, and I don't know, it's sometimes just better for me not to get too competitive. But I've actually been enjoying the way it's set up. I don't know how it's set up. They're going to talk about it more at a later date, and at that point we can dive a little bit deeper into ranked play in a separate video once I talk about it. But as of the time of recording, again, it's just really fun. So there's two different queues, right? We have open and we have solo duo. So in the open, basically you have keyboard and mouse, you have controller, you have all platforms. It's basically everything goes. And with that one, I already placed Platinum 4. So the rank system, it basically goes bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, onyx. So I didn't actually expect myself to place that high personally, and I thought that was pretty cool, especially after realizing I didn't initially realize that there's two different kind of modes, right? There's the open, then if you go to solo duo, you can actually choose whether to just face off against keyboard and mouse or just controller players, which is really cool that you have those options as well. If you do want to face off against a whole pool, then you could do that. Also in the solo duo, the idea with that is you can only go in with a maximum of 2 people in your party, whereas the open, you can have a full party of 4. So that's also another difference there. So the ranked play is really good. Again, I don't know how it really works, in detail. I just know that it doesn't seem too punishing. It's not the kind of thing where if you lose, you're ranking down. I think part of it is based on your performance as well, which I always really appreciate, because sometimes you might have a bad game where you end up losing, but you still played pretty decently, and if that's factored in, then that's a good thing. Again, I don't know for sure how it works, but we'll find out at a later date. 343 did mention they're going to go more in depth with it, so we'll talk about it then. But it feels good. That's all I can say right now. It feels good, and I'm having an absolute blast with ranked, which is pretty substantial for me to say, because I usually rage a lot. I raged a little bit, but you know what? It's all part of the fun, right? Moving on from that, just the gameplay overall, it's really solid. It's really fun. I mean, I could leave it at that, quite frankly, but I guess getting a little bit more in depth with that is that I've said this multiple times. It feels like classic Halo. It feels like classic Halo, but more with a little bit of a modern twist, but not too modernized the way Halo 5 was, where you kind of end up losing that classic Halo touch. You know what I mean? They have this really kind of nice balance between the two, where it sits just right, where it kind of reminds me of that feel I had when I played Halo back in the day. Like playing Halo Infinite, it reminds me of that feeling when I grinded the heck out of Halo 3 for hours and hours and hours back in the day, trying to hit that level 50, which I never did. I got to 49 in 2 different modes, but 50 was really hard to obtain. Hey, 49 is still pretty good. If you remember how the ranking system worked back then, it was pretty intense. So I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It feels like classic Halo. It gives me that vibe, but yet it has a little bit of that modern feel, right? We have some cool abilities like the grappling hook and the dash and all that cool stuff that are, part of the map and part of the pickups, but it's not in a way where it's like part of your loadout, right? So I don't know, the way they've done it, it feels really nice. It feels really balanced, where, you got that kind of Halo feel, but it feels kind of freshened up, if that makes sense. So like I said, gameplay wise, I'm having an absolute blast. It feels good, it plays good, and I think I'm going to be playing a lot of hours in this game, and I'm really excited for that. So that's just some of my positive things, some of the things that I feel that Halo Infinite multiplayer has done right. But if I missed anything, or if there's certain things that you thought of that I didn't talk about, you can let us all know down in the comment section below, and whether you kind of take away or add to the list that I've already mentioned. So I look forward to seeing this game evolve in the future. It's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to bringing you guys more Halo Infinite content. So stick around here on the channel for everything else Halo Infinite and all things gaming. And I'll see you guys soon in another one. Thanks for watching, and until the next one, game on.